this game. Nick was really critical of the perimeter tackling, especially from the secondary. It sounded like something the team focused on this last week. You're one of the best tacklers on the team, obviously leading it right now. Is there a key to kind of tackling in space and perimeter, containing a quarterback that is mobile and can move around?
Well, I think tackling, a lot of people don't realize it's kind of one of the hardest things to do, especially open field tackling, especially with the people that we play, the opponents that we go against. So I feel like for me, I kind of pride myself on tackling. I think my freshman year I missed like a lot of tackles, and I remember getting yelled at by Coach Saban a lot. So every practice I kind of like, think about that moment and like, okay, let me make sure I make this tackle so he doesn't yell at me. So, I pride myself on that, and I like being a good tackler because, it's good to be a good tackler. But, I feel like during the bye week we worked on that a lot. I feel like we got better on open field tackling, so you should see a big improvement this week.
You ever hear Nick's voice during a game, kind of back?
Yeah, I have, yeah. Not scary. I wouldn't say scary, but it's one of them things where it's like, man, you don't want them to yell at you, so you try to avoid that as much as possible.
Turnovers have been such a big part of this series the last 5 to 6 years. What do you remember about turnovers of the past and how important they've been in the end games against A&M?
Well, we try to get turnovers in every game. Turnovers is what gets you paid for real. Playing on defense, so we try to get as many of those as possible. Whether it's interceptions, fumbles, whatever it is. So we always want to get the ball back. For our offense, because our offense is great. So we try to get it in their hands as much as we can.
I remember after the Orange Bowl last year, you had talked about how some of the stuff they did, especially with Kyler as great of a player as he is, you kind of got stuck between run reads and pass reads, right? How can you kind of combat that?
To what?
Like getting stuck between the run reads and the pass reads. Is there
it's difficult sometimes. It just depends on who you're playing and what they can do. It's especially difficult when you got a guy that can throw and run the ball. So sometimes it can be a little difficult, but I just try to find ways to get them to do either one or the other instead of giving them the choice to do both. So.
If you know a quarterback's on the run, do you have to fight an instinct to stay with your man?
Yeah, you do. Because if you don't, then your guy end up being open. They probably pass it to him. They might score a touchdown or something. So that's what you don't want. So it is a little hard sometimes when he possibly could run at any moment. So that's just something that you got to be. You got to be disciplined and kind of stay on your man.
You played special teams your freshman year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you see, having that eye for special teams, having played it, do you see anything out of A&M special teams? They've been pretty good the last couple of years.
Man, they good all the time. Their special teams is like ridiculous. Especially, I remember my freshman year when we played at A&M. I don't know his name. I don't even know if he's still there, but he was number 12 then. He had the long hair. I thought that dude was crazy good on special. That was the best special teams player I've seen in a long time. So, that's. I think they pride themselves on special teams, and I think they do a really good job of executing on special teams.
Obviously you play in the money spot. You play around the line of scrimmage. Talking to Raekwon, what's the key to kind of containing a quarterback and not allowing them to escape when you're trying to provide pressure? When you're in dime and you're at the money.
I think a lot of the times, if you think you can make the play, I think you should do it. I don't think you should hesitate, because if you hesitate, that's a lot of times that's when they do get out of the pocket and start to run. So I feel like that's a huge key to it. Or if you don't feel like you can make the play, then do your job. And if you do your job, then everything should be pretty successful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. 12.